Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle. So that's why you have the Viagra. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You wouldn't feel a thing.
Now the Sean Diddy Combs investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky, is at the scene of his arrest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. This is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
And Sean Diddy Combs' kids are speaking out for the first time since the music mogul was taken into custody. 4 of his 7 children released a statement on Instagram saying they want to clear up false rumors about their mother. Meanwhile, a new accuser is coming forward.
Never one to hold back, Monique's most recent shocking revelations are rocking the entertainment industry to its foundation. She is shedding light on 2 of the most powerful media personalities, Oprah Winfrey and TD, in a brand new, scathing expose. Jake's in charging them with sinister, dubious deeds that surpass the imagination of the majority of people. Although Monique is no stranger to controversy, this time she is not only venting her frustrations, rather, she is revealing what she perceives to be a pattern of lying, manipulation, and even sacrifice. Monique has had enough of their actions and will no longer remain quiet. In addition to seeing them treat others badly, she has also personally suffered as a result of their concerning behavior. She has had to deal with the consequences of their purported choices throughout her career, each of which has affected both her personal and professional life. She is now coming out, refusing to hold back from naming people and exposing what she perceives to be the unpleasant reality hiding beneath the well-maintained facades of 2 of the most influential people in the profession. Not only is this a tale about what goes on behind closed doors, but it's also about a lady who has had enough and is determined to show the world the consequences of participating in this risky game. Monique is not holding back as she resurrects her long-running battle with Oprah Winfrey. The comic recently discussed her long-running spat with Oprah in depth on the club's Shay Shay podcast, illuminating the conflict that started more than 10 years ago. The animosity stems from the 2009 press tour and Oscar campaign for Precious, when Monique's career was booming as a result of her strong performance in the movie. Monique claims that when Oprah, producer Tyler Perry, and director Lee Daniels of Precious encouraged her to promote the film at the Cannes Film Festival, things took a turn for the worst. Despite the pressure from her co-producers to market the movie abroad, Monique believed that her limited free time was better spent with her family. She reveals that she was labeled as difficult to deal with, a reputation that would accompany her for years when she put her family above a promotional obligation. In particular, Monique is upset with Oprah because she feels that she was betrayed by someone she trusted. She has long maintained that she was unjustly excluded from important Hollywood possibilities due to Oprah's influence as well as pressure from Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry. Monique isn't afraid to call out the behaviors she thinks caused their relationship to fall apart as she retraces the beginnings of their conflict. Behaviors that she believes were a part of a more extensive and deliberate attempt to damage her career. However, Monique's critique of Oprah went far beyond that. Indeed, in 2010, a month after Monique's Oscar win for Precious, the actual conflict between them took a very personal turn. Monique had been outspoken about her brother, Gerald Imes, and the damage he had inflicted on her as a youngster. Oprah invited him to come on her talk program. Oprah was aware of the delicate nature of the matter since Monique had previously spoken about her traumatic experience of being M by her brother. During an interview, Monique said that Oprah had phoned her in advance to inquire about Gerald's presence on the program.
She said my brother wanted to come on the show and talk about him molesting me, and he wanted to tell other parents how to look out for.
Although she was certain that she didn't want to be involved with him, Monique claims she agreed that Oprah should still do the interview in case Gerald had really changed and wanted to make peace. Monique was grateful for Oprah's request for her consent at the time, but in retrospect, she feels deceived by how things turned out. One of the pivotal points in their continuous disagreement was the public revelation of her traumatic past without her direct participation, which widened the gulf. Monique has made it apparent that the conflict was more than simply a work dispute. It was a personal transgression that she hasn't been able to resolve, which has further strained her relationship with Oprah.
I start seeing commercials with my mother and my father and my other brother who used to be my manager, who knew the fear that I had with the brother that was up on stage. You portrayed me, sister. Had Oprah Winfrey said, I'ma have your mama, I'd have said, shut that down.
According to Monique, Oprah failed to inform her that her other relatives will be included on the program. Monique said that Barbara Walters rejected her family's first approach to the interview.
Monique, I told your family, I can't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. You just won that award. Like, why would I do that?
Monique spoke candidly about Tyler Perry, Tiffany Haddish, and Kevin Hart during a 3-hour interview on Club Chez She, adding gasoline to the flames of her continuous arguments with these well-known individuals. Shannon Sharpe seems to be rapidly emerging as the person to turn to when you want to express your truth without holding back. Sharpe's platform offers a unique opportunity for unvarnished, unreserved honesty, in contrast to Oprah's interviews, which have traditionally been polished, sanitized, and meticulously selected. Like Cat Williams in his own tense interview with Sharpe, Monique made the most of this candid conversation to voice her complaints. In addition to discussing her problems with Perry and Haddish, she also took aim at the Hollywood system and its propensity to set Black performers against one another. She revealed her feelings about her former co-workers, including charges of exploitation and treachery, without holding back. The well-kept setting of Oprah's garden, where the focus is often on inspirational tales and positive spin, just would not accommodate this kind of unscripted, unfiltered discourse. However, with Sharpe, Monique was free to express anything without worrying about how it might impact her reputation or profession. Celebrities may now finally say their truth, unvarnished and unedited, at Sharpe thanks to this candid interview. Following that, the Parker's alumnus criticized the "You going for Winfrey?" at a recent stand-up performance.
You Oprah Winfrey? You Tyler Perry? That I said it, say it with me. You Oprah Winfrey? You Tyler Perry? You mother. Now some got scared. They was like, you're going too far. I love that black raggedy. I love that black simple-minded mother. I love Oprah Winfrey's black. And we just need to bring her back to black. We need to bring that back to mother black. Are you an Oprah Winfrey fan? Yes. Okay, well I'm not apologizing. For any mother thing I say. What's your name, brother? Bill. What did he say? Melvin. We need you to help us bring that back to black. I need you to bend her to over and her like a Nashville, Tennessee would and bring that back to black. Oh, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of it. And every time you see gay. Best friends. Is what they say. I've never seen best friends like that. We ain't seen Stephanie in 30 motherfucking years. Who is loving Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King? Each other! But we don't want to say this out loud because it's Oprah Winfrey. I'm too old to be scared of this. I'm too old to be intimidated by this. I'm too old to hold the motherfucking truth.
Along with her scathing comments about Perry, Tiffany Haddish, and Kevin Hart, Monique also discussed a more private matter with the Purple actress, who she says began to accept parts that had previously been given to her. Monique said she had seen a trend where roles she was considered for were abruptly given to the actress, which made her feel marginalized in a field where Black women already had few options. Her misgivings with Hollywood's dynamics, where she believed her work, ability, and potential were being eclipsed by others with greater power or influence, were further exacerbated by this discovery. Monique was more concerned with the larger problems of favoritism and how certain artists always appear to be in the right place at the right time, often at the cost of others, than she was with lost roles. By sharing this portion of her tale, Monique highlighted the more profound structural problems that she feels still impact Black performers, especially women, who are often marginalized in favor of the industry's preferred candidates. Furthermore, Monique is not only accusing Oprah Winfrey, she is demonstrating that the media tycoon is not the only one involved in what she characterizes as a pattern of abuses. TD has been explicitly criticized by Monique in recent interviews. One of the main contributors to the turmoil she has encountered is Jakes, the well-known preacher and media personality. She feels that Jakes and Oprah have conspired to plan a string of betrayals and manipulations in the business, particularly with regard to her career. Monique claims that the two individuals are intricately linked to the power structures in Hollywood and that their influence extends beyond simple personal grudges. According to her, Jakes and Oprah both contributed significantly to the barriers she faced, either by openly opposing her or, worse, by endorsing the wrong individuals. Although Oprah's treachery may have been more well-known, according to Monique, T.D. Jakes' participation is as harmful. Despite the encouragement and praise she received for her efforts, Monique feels that Jakes has prevented her from advancing professionally, which is the source of her annoyance with him. According to her, Jakes and Oprah are equally guilty of abusing their positions of authority to influence the careers of Black performers, particularly when those performers question the current quo or don't follow Hollywood standards. Monique's charges imply that there is a bigger plot to suppress those who don't align with the goals of the most powerful people in the company, rather than just a personal dispute. When you examine more closely, Monique's charges against T.D. Jakes may not be as outrageous as they first seem to be. T.D. Jakes' name just came to light in relation to Sean Diddy Combs' explosive lawsuit, which is full of claims of power abuse and unsettling conduct. The fact that Jakes' name has been connected to such a well-known case raises major concerns about the image he presents and what may really be happening behind the scenes, even though the specifics of his participation are still unclear. For those of you who are unaware, Bishop T.D. Jakes is included in a recent lawsuit against music tycoon Sean Diddy Combs, which accuses him of trafficking, illicit drug usage, and harassment. Diddy reportedly planned to employ Jakes to improve his public image.
This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility. The special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
Rodney Lowrod Jones, a music producer, filed the complaint claiming to have photographic evidence and other proof of Diddy's actions. Unlike Diddy, Jakes' name appears in a revealing context, even though he is not a defendant in the case. The complaint claims that Diddy intended to use his connection to the megachurch pastor in Dallas to mitigate the effects of the accusations made by R&B singer Cassie Ventura, who had previously sued Diddy for allegedly engaging in sexual harassment and physical abuse. Even though Jakes is only referenced once in the lengthy court document, the seriousness of the charges against Diddy makes his involvement noteworthy. According to the case, which was submitted in March to a federal court in New York, Jones has indisputable proof of Diddy's schemes involving Jakes. Diddy has a long record of legal issues, including recent claims of federal authorities searching his houses and confiscating guns. This news adds to that list. The position of the pastor and the depth of his relationship with the hip-hop tycoon are called into question by Diddy and Jakes' connection, even if it is indirect. The fact that Jakes' name is now associated with such a controversy feeds into the continuous criticism of influential people in the entertainment and religious industries. This development makes it much more difficult to reject Monique's assertions. Jakes has long portrayed himself as a spiritual leader with a spotless record and a man of God. However, his name has already been connected to scandal. Jakes may not be as innocent as he seems if his purported connections to Diddy's legal issues are real. These fresh disclosures combined with Monique's audacious charges suggest that there may be something more sinister at work. The notion that it's difficult to accept that Jakes and Oprah may be a part of a wider network of influential people working behind the scenes, but it's becoming harder to ignore.
An internationally known preacher based here in Dallas this morning during a 9 a.m. Sunday service, Bishop T.D. Jakes of the Potter's House suffered a health incident during a morning
Video that's now gone viral. You can see Bishop Jakes finished his Sunday sermon and then got quiet, seemed to shake. The crowd reacting before several people rushed on stage.
For those connected to Diddy, things are becoming more complicated every day, and crazy hypotheses are sprouting online. TD Jakes' strange ailment has become the town's talk of the town, making him a significant feature. The bond between Diddy and TD Jakes is garnering even more attention since there are speculations that the two go out together. Many have compared this circumstance to Jamie Foxx's unexplained sickness and hospitalization, which similarly raised questions about his involvement with Diddy's gatherings. What really become of TD Jakes then? During this morning's morning service, which was held inside the Potter's home in Dallas, the megachurch pastor seemed to be experiencing some kind of health issue. Jake caused everyone quite a shock in his Sunday sermon, Bishop Diddy. The 67-year-old preacher abruptly cried, "O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer, let them go in peace," as he was giving his stirring sermon. Then he put down his microphone and became quiet. A few moments later, he seemed to tremble violently as he sat, shocking everyone in his vicinity. People in the area quickly sprung into action and hurried to his aid. The assembly was very alarmed by the sudden change of events. In a now viral video, Bishop Jakes concludes his Sunday sermon, then becomes silent and seems to tremble. The audience reacts, and suddenly a number of individuals rush on stage. People were yelling, backing away, and giving him room in the heated church. Everyone became even more worried when the church's live feed was abruptly taken off in the middle of the pandemonium. The occasion became much more solemn when someone off-camera requested the crowd and watchers online to start praying. Those eagerly awaiting news were relieved when Jake's team quickly released an update on X, previously Twitter, to let everyone know how he was doing. Bishop TD Jakes had a minor health crisis during today's service and was given prompt medical care after his stirring one-hour speech. According to the statement, Bishop Jakes is stable and receiving medical attention. The statement went on to say that the whole Potter's House family is appreciative of the community's love, prayers, and support. We appreciate your patience and ongoing prayers. Online admirers speculated that Jake had had a stroke after the occurrence, but his team has not acknowledged the specifics of the tragedy. What really ignited social media was the reappearance of old allegations about Jamie Foxx's unexplained stroke. Diddy reportedly had a role in the event to make sure Jamie remained quiet and didn't reveal any secrets, according to long-running online speculations. People are already making comparisons and wondering whether TD Jakes could have had a similar situation. These irrational thoughts are fueled by the mystery surrounding his condition, which has not yet been established. Was there more to the tale? Choke no joke, who revealed some serious information regarding Diddy and Jamie Foxx, was the source of the conspiracy. According to a video posted by Comedy Hype on November 1st, Choke said that Jamie Foxx blamed Diddy for his hospitalization in 2023.